Reality Al-Mahdi, this channel is spreads light. Enjoy the blessed words of the well-guided Imam here on Reality Al-Mahdi.
We must also look at his 5 fingers when he makes the salute. Because Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani, when he takes place at the top where the whole room is seated, raises his hand to say Assalamu alaikum. At this precise moment, it would not be necessary to focus on the greetings. Otherwise, the pleasure felt could make you forget your presence in the room because it would be so intense. It would not also be necessary to focus on his tongue, which states his words of greetings. Otherwise, the light it gives off may make you think you are in front of a sun. So just try to focus your gaze on all 5 fingers of his hand to understand. One of his fingers projects a light called Nurul Miftah. This light propagates in the direction of the Akhtab, who leads the Miftah, waters it, and in return irrigates the saints of his level with this light. Still, concerning the first finger, because I'm still at the greeting, one of his fingers projects a light called Nurul Miftah, which sprinkles an Akhtab, who in turn spreads it on the awliya of his town. You say to yourself that this projection of light stops there, but take a look at the second finger. It releases another light called Nurul Kunuz and sprinkles another Akhtab, who in turn irrigates the awliya within his town. You will think that it stopped there, and they will point out the third finger, which gives off a light called Nurul Qasiyah, and which pours on another Akhtab, and this one in turn represents it on the awliya of his town. A fourth finger is then designated to you. It emanates a projection of light called Nurul Kanzi, which waters Imam Al-Mahdi. This one in turn waters the whole world.
Ahmad Tijani Abul Abbas ayati atfaza min aqutukun bil karamati awli wilayati miqam wilayati.
The fourth finger releases the Nurul Kanzi on Imam Al-Mahdi, who spreads it in the world Shahada, here below and ghaib to the invisible world. All this in the single gesture of greeting from Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani Sharif. On the fifth finger, because he said Assalamu alaikum, and he held out a hand. On his fifth finger, you will see 3 realities of light engraved. The first reality of light looks like a lamp, whose light beam goes up and down. You wonder what this lamp could be, and you are told that it is this lamp that is called Faydu Tijaniya. The light comes out. The projection goes from top to bottom. The saints are looking at it, and to the question of what the 5th projection is, they answer, it is the Faydu Tijaniya. Quite uplifting for those who thought that the Tijaniya brotherhood was just a simple tariqah. Then next to the Faydu Tijaniya, there are 2 other lights which surround it. One of the 2 lights is the Haqiqatul Muhammadiyya, which water the Arif. The second light is the Haqiqatul Ahmadiyya, which water the Al-Ma'arif Al-Aghwam. Therefore, the 5th finger emits 3 lights. The one in the middle, which looks like Alif, has the Faydu Tijaniya. The one next to it is the Haqiqatul Muhammadiyya, which water the Arifs. The one on the left, Haqiqatul Ahmadiyya, which waters the Al-Ma'arif Al-Aghwam. All these lights described above appeared in a single greeting. So the question to be asked is the following. What represents the remains of the character of Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani Sharif? Have you observed the way the lights circulate in him? He fills his seat so much that no space can hold a hand. He is a human. He has raised his 5 fingers to say Assalamu alaikum, so that from his 5 fingers, the Nurul Miftah lights springs out to sparkle and go towards an akhtab. Nurul Kunuz sparkles to go towards another akhtab. Nurul Qasiyah sparkles and goes towards another akhtab. Nurul Kanzi sparkles in turn to go to Imam al-Mahdi. Finally, the 5th has 3 lights. Haqiqatul Muhammadiyah, Haqiqatul Ahmadiyah, Faydu Tijaniyah. All the saints present drink in light from the single greeting of Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani. The awliya seated in the room are each plugged into a light with the single greeting of Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani. This is why nobody asks who should give the orders to be executed, because everyone knows that the one who is seated with all his lights is undoubtedly the one who gives the orders. Have you ever seen someone come into a room and shower all the akhtab with light? Each akhtab is bathed in light and in turn watering the awliya of his time. All these lights come from his fingers. In view of the above, is this opportune to ask the question of knowing who appoints the awliya? It is actually a question that is not worth asking because it is obvious. Khatmiya is there containing Qutbatul Uzna. Katmiya is there containing Qutbaniyatul Kanzam. Waliyu Miftah is here. Waliyu Kunuz is here. Waliyu Qasiyah is here. Imam al-Mahdi al-Muntazar, Nurul Kanzi is here. Haqiqatul Muhammadiyah is there. Haqiqatul Ahmadi is there. Faydu Tijani is there. Who is the holder of all his attributes? The holder of all his attributes is Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani Sharif. Thank you, Mawlaya Shaykh Ahmad Tijani. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
The revolution of lights with the one and only Imam al-Mahdi al-Muntazar.